Really nice.
Yeah.
What happened with you? You just went away?
Oh, what, me? What? Who, what, where?
What happened with you? I was talking with you and you just
Oh, yeah.
gone.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call. I had to answer it.
Where are you from, bro?
It's hard to write.
Me?
My language.
Yeah,
Yeah, you big guy.
America.
American. I'm from Brazil. I think that you know that because of my
Yeah,
accent.
I see the hat.
Do you think that I have I don't know, a good English?
Yeah. You're definitely understandable. I had people talking earlier. I had no clue what the hell they were saying. So you're definitely on the better end.
Thank you. I am trying so hard to improve this, so I'm here to speak. Yes, this game is really good to improve it. What do you want?
Oh, definitely. Growing up in America, people kind of take classes to learn another language, but they don't really learn it.
Yeah,
Whereas
that's like
everywhere else in the world, they speak their language, but they heavily learn English, so you can actually speak it. I can only fluently speak one language. You can speak two.
yeah, but I know what you mean, but you know, to learn another language, you need to do it by yourself. Cause I have some English class on my high school too, but that doesn't teach me anything there.
Yeah, they don't really get you anywhere. They teach you the basics, and then you gotta take the basics and learn it yourself afterwards.
Yeah, they just will. Yeah, I think that the best way to.
My problem is like growing up from 3rd grade to high school, they force you to take Spanish. You have to take Spanish regardless of if you want to or not. And then even then, you don't learn any bit of it. And then you get into high school and they give you like 5 or 6 different options in the school I had. And I took German. And I learned a little bit of German. I can speak it a little bit. But I can't remember Spanish at all. I don't even think I could count in Spanish anymore, and I did that for like 6 years in a row.
Because here in Brazil, I don't know if you know, but we don't speak Spanish. We speak Portuguese. But it's a language that is pretty close than Spanish. So I think that the writing is the same way. It's pretty the same, not really the same way, but it's so close. But sometimes we get some troubles about speaking with them, you know, because the pronounce is so different. But I don't know, man. I think that the most language that you need to know is firstly English. Then you need to know Spanish. Then I don't know. I think that is now you become the Chinese, because Chinese it's growing so much.
Yeah, well, that's actually debatable too, because the reason why they force Spanish on us in America is because where we're so close to like Mexico and South America, then a lot of the people that are coming over the border and trying to learn jobs, you need people that know how to or can learn how to speak Spanish in order to try to communicate.
Yeah, let me ask you: have you already found a lot of people that just know how to speak Spanish on your account?
On my account?
I don't know how to say these words in English. On
Oh,
your
you mean like
account.
on VR chat?
No.
No, in country.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah. Which that's the other thing, because practically everyone in America will use slang. They won't just speak straight English.
Yeah, straight English. That's the kind of English that I think that I will just learn if I go to there. If I go to there, I think that I will be able to.
I'm just
to
listening
get
to
it,
these people
you know?
argue over Spanish and English.
Yeah, that's probably one of the other biggest things they say when trying to learn a language.
I may be agreeing,
is if you
actually.
really want to learn it, you're only going to actually get the grasp of it on if you go to that country and be around it and listen to it like in person. The real way that people are actually going to learn other languages. I took German in high school. My teacher actually went to Germany during high school and stayed out there for, I think, a year during schooling in order to actually get a grasp on their language. And she came back over and was speaking fluently because she was around it every single day.
Yeah, I think that the most important thing to learn any language, it doesn't matter the language, but if you want to learn any language, the most important thing that you need to do is to be surrounded about people that just speak that a new language is not difficult.
Which that's another thing you guys have that benefits you being on here.
Yeah, I think so. And let me ask you, do you can perfectly understand the British English?
You mean like Old English?
Not the only old English, but the English that the guys spoken on the English.
Okay, so you just mean like if I was talking to a British person, would I be able to understand them?
Yeah.
Yeah, the accent's different, so it might be a little bit hard to understand sometimes, but for the most part, it's still the same words.
Yeah. It's like
it's only a little different. It's kind of like the slang is probably the biggest part that makes it different.
Yeah, I think so.
When you grow up, what do you want to be?
I think that it's the same difference that we have with Portugal. Because here in Brazil we speak Portuguese. But
Audio
in
engineer?
Portugal they speak Portuguese too, but we have some
guess.
words that are different.
So you don't want to be human?
Nah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's actually kind of funny because you'll have Australians and British people. A lot of people think they sound the same, but they actually have different accents and different words that they use for slang specifically. And the same goes for Canada as well.
Close to them.
It depends. If you're looking for an accent closer to Spanish, it would more than likely be around Texas. But for the most part, people around Mississippi, Florida kind of area got like a completely different accent all their own.
Lost clear English, you know, because I can understand you so clear. And I have heard some guys that clear English, you know, because I can understand you so clear. And I have heard some guys that...
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of places where you could lose your translation. See, I actually grew up down south and then moved up here. So I know all about the language down there, and I used to speak that way, but I've lived up here long enough that I've kind of gotten used to the language here.
Wait, hon. Should I go back to the hub?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright.
I don't see you.
Hey, dude, just go back to the hub.
I send you a
back to the
request
hub.
of a friend to you, okay?
Oh.
What up? I accepted it.
Dragon, what up?
I won't let